Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the massive scale, the vast geographic spread, and the frankly mind-boggling logistical response of the current national wildfire situation. We're diving straight into the hard data from the August 19th Daily Tech Reader report to really wrap our heads around what's happening on the ground right now. Because what we're looking at is a historic convergence of weather, geography, and sheer human effort. Let's just jump right in with a number that is honestly staggering, 49,418. That is how many individual wildfires our crews have responded to year to date in 2026. Just take a second to let that sink in. We are literally knocking on the door of 50,000 distinct fire incidents across the country. It is a massive, incredibly taxing operational burden for our first responders. And those fires haven't just been minor flare-ups. Together, they've scorched nearly 7.5 million acres across the United States. To put that massive number into perspective, that's an area larger than the entire state of Maryland that has been radically altered. It's demanding a totally unprecedented level of emergency intervention from local, state, and federal agencies. So, to tackle this today, we're going to look at 1. The national wildfire crisis. 2. Weather driving the flames. 3. The Northwest epicenter. 4. Flashpoints across the West, and 5. The global firefighting response. Number 1. The national wildfire crisis. Right now, the crucial thing to know is that the U.S. is sitting at preparedness level 5. If you follow this stuff, you know that is the absolute highest tier of wildland fire activity there is. It basically dictates the maximum level of emergency resource deployment across the entire country, meaning our systems are heavily committed to battling multiple large, complex fires all at once and pushing our resource management to its absolute limits. So what does PL5 actually look like in reality? Well, it means we currently have nearly 27,000 dedicated personnel out there assigned to incidents nationwide. And they are battling 75 massive, completely uncontained large fires. Think about the logistics behind that for a second. 75 raging infernos without secured perimeters. It requires around-the-clock, incredibly dangerous labor from tens of thousands of individuals on the front lines. Number 2, weather driving the flames. Now, you can't talk about fire behavior without talking about the weather, right? And we're seeing this wild contrast across the map right now. In the Central Plains, a cold front is actually delivering thunderstorms and easing those hot, dry conditions. But elsewhere, it's a different story. In the desert Southwest, high pressure is baking the region anywhere from the 80s to well over 100 degrees. And worse, across Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, we're getting oppressive triple-digit heat combined with 20 to 25 mile-per-hour southerly wind gusts. That specific cocktail is exactly what creates highly critical fire weather conditions. Number 3, the Northwest epicenter. Those Western weather patterns push us straight into the primary epicenter of this crisis, the Pacific Northwest. Washington state is getting hit exceptionally hard right now, anchoring 34 uncontained large fires. Just to manage that, they have 13 complex incident management teams fully committed. Meanwhile, neighboring Oregon is dealing with incredibly widespread fire activity, requiring suppression operations so complex they're simultaneously crossing over federal, state, and private land boundaries. To ground these abstract numbers in reality, let's look at what these Washington fires are actually doing. Take the Little Giant fire in the Okanagan-Wenatchee National Forest. It's flanking, backing, and group torching, which means whole stands of trees are igniting all at once. It's directly threatening infrastructure. And alongside it, you have major incidents like Sinlahaken, Rivas Basin, Kaiser Canyon, and the Moderate Fire, which has critical evacuations and road closures in full effect as we speak. It's a very similar, terrifying story down in Oregon in the Mount Hood and Umatilla National Forests. Fires like Grasshopper, Paradise, and Hagen are exhibiting highly dangerous running, torching, and spotting behaviors. And you know spotting is a nightmare for crews because embers get carried by the wind and start whole new fires ahead of the main perimeter. Crews are also aggressively battling the Big Grass, Wright Spring, and Roe Creek complex blazes. Number 4, flashpoints across the West. But look, this isn't just a Northwest problem. We're seeing major flashpoints stretching across the entire western half of the country. In California, the MP18 and timber fires are actively threatening structures. Montana is juggling 13 uncontained large fires, including Sand Creek. California has 7 big ones, like Elk and Gold Mountain. Idaho is hitting the Upper Smith and Porcupine fires hard, and down in Utah, the Black Canyon fire is making really aggressive, wind-driven runs. It's really a mixed bag out there, though, and it's vital to see both sides of the fight. Up in Alaska, the mukluk fire is burning hard in the timber and forcing immediate evacuations. But you gotta celebrate the wins where you get them, right? Down in Nevada, containment efforts are successfully wrapping up on the bug and stallion fires. And even better, New Mexico's Johnson fire has officially hit 100% containment. It's a great reminder that despite the immense odds, these dedicated suppression strategies do actually work. Number 5, the global firefighting response. To fight a force of nature this widespread, we've had to call in some serious backup. We're not just relying on local or even national resources anymore. The U.S. has brought in 196 international fire line management personnel from Australia and New Zealand, embedding them straight into the Northwest and Great Basin areas. And alongside our international allies, we have 240 active military infantry soldiers from the 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Regiment deployed directly to the fire lines of the moderate fire. And of course, that massive boots-on-the-ground effort is getting heavy support from the sky. We're talking specialized MAFS C-130 air tankers deployed from the Air Force Reserve out of Colorado, as well as the Air National Guards of Nevada and California. They are stationed out of bases in Oregon and California right now, flying in to drop retardant and provide that immediate aerial reinforcement to the crews sweating it out down below. So as we watch millions of acres burn across the map and we see entire military battalions and international experts flying in to assist our local crews, it really leaves us with one massive question to chew on. Considering the sheer scale of the 7.4 million acres scorched so far in 2026, is preparedness level 5 just our new normal for the American West? It's a really complex reality we all need to understand. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep this data in mind as we watch the rest of the fire season unfold.